Ashley, how are you finding that this is impacting hotel programs, for example? Because a lot of what we've talked about already is obviously impacting hotel budgets. And how are you finding customers are responding to that?
This year in particular, there's been a lot of requests for hotel rate cap readjustment and realignments, because not only is the base level of best available fares going up in rates, but negotiated fares have come back higher this year than previous years.
So people are focusing, instead of going with the dynamic programs, they're focusing back in on locking down rates within their preferred properties?
In preferred cities, yeah. Okay. So that the refocus now is really on having a maximum rate in a city because of the increases that they're seeing across the board.
Interesting. And in terms of the corporate dealing then, do we see that reflected in the airspace as well, Florian?
Yeah, it's very interesting what we're seeing right now. There's multiple airlines that after COVID have changed their strategy. So distribution is certainly part of it, but also the way they engage with clients in terms of contracting. Either they change the way they want to discount, they also want to change the way goals are being measured and goals are being negotiated. So we're seeing a little bit of a trend away from you receive a discount and you're giving me a certain amount of share. Now comes also down to looking a little bit more at what is important for an airline. And part of that, for example, is loyalty. So airlines want to try and drive that up. Ultimately, there's of course a financial incentive for them as well in place. They may have co-branded credit cards in place. And there's also, I guess, the dynamics of loyalty that hopefully brings additional business to them in the future, also on the leisure side. But yeah, we definitely see things are changing right now. And the fact that I guess you have to add on top of that is now that COVID is over, in terms of travel at least, for the most part in the world, every client has about 12 months of solid travel data. So now we use that travel data and we looked at the fact that airlines no longer want to just extend contracts, but they want to renegotiate new ones. Travel pattern may have changed because employees may no longer go to an office, but now are working out of their home office, maybe have moved during that time. So there's a lot of different things that have happened. Airlines have adjusted to that. They may have adjusted the way their route networks work. So overall, there's a lot of different things at play here, and that's why we also work very closely with our clients on measuring these things and giving it ultimately recommendations of what we may have to change in the program.
So you raise a really interesting point there, and that's the working practices of our customers have changed. And I'm personally a little delighted that we finally shed 2019 data in 2023, so woo for that. But also our customers, whilst we have people working from home, I think there's been a sort of real high turnover in their employees. And so for them to understand how to engage with the travel program in 2023 must be quite different.